What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Well, as the title of this video says, I'm going to be trying to build me a mini toy hauler. One of the things that I'm going to do is kind of show you a little bit of the cargo trailer and kind of some of the ideas I've got before I go to TMMR, which is going on May 14th through the 17th, and then kind of tell you my long-term plans. So let me kind of turn the camera around so that I can show you the cargo trailer. So the cargo trailer that I went with is an Xtreme Cargo, and it come from a company in the southeast Georgia called Circle Double B Trailer Sales. And I actually went over there personally and picked it up, and actually picked the trailer up from the manufacturer, who is about 20 miles from there. And I was talking to Misty at the trailer sales place, and she said that there is a ton of different cargo manufacturers and trailer sales in Georgia, but they only deal with 4, and this is their #1 go-to trailer company that they buy from. And so, you know, I've really looked at it, and the quality looks very, very well. And the size of the trailer that I went with is a 18-foot long with a 8.5-foot wide and a 8-foot ceilings. And I'll kind of go over why I did 8-foot ceilings here in a little bit, but that was kind of a custom option. The other custom option is the extended tongue. They didn't charge me anything for the gray, but they did charge me for the blacked out edition. But I'm really happy that I did go with the black and gray color scheme, because it really turned out great. And the last option that I went with is I went with 5,000-pound trailer axles instead of the standard 3,500-pound axles. All right, so this is what the inside of the cargo trailer looks like. You know, I mean, it's the standard cargo trailer inside with the plywood walls. And so I'm going to be doing a lot with that. But for TMMR, which is in just a little under a month, I'm going to be trying to get some E-track down so that I can, you know, strap the bikes down. And kind of my goal is on the motorcycles. And that's the reason why I've got the pen in here. I've had my Heritage in here and a couple of the bikes, just kind of trying to visualize it, is I'm trying to get 3 bikes side by side by side. And it's one of those that I may have to end up kind of staggering the center one and having the 2 on the outside kind of offset a little bit in order to have enough room with the handlebars and everything. I don't really know. I'm still trying to, you know, work that out. I haven't got any E-track yet. But that's kind of what I'm thinking about using in order to strap the bikes down. There's, you know, so many different accessories for E-track that it should be pretty easy to do that. The only other major thing that I'm wanting to do as far as before TMMR is I wanted to get some type of lights. I've got an idea on using some LED lights. I've got some that I've ordered. We'll see kind of how it works out. I don't know, you know, what if I'm gonna need more or less. I don't really know. I'm just kind of gonna play it, and that's gonna kind of be one of the videos coming up, is that before TMMR, I'm gonna kind of show you what all I've done in order to, you know, get prepared for that. I am gonna kind of put, unfortunately, a hole somewhere in here. I still don't know yet where. That way I can run a extension cord out so that I can plug in and have some type of fan over here, because it's going to get pretty hot. I mean, it's pretty hot in here right now, and it's, you know, like 82 degrees. But let's kind of talk about the long-term plans, I guess. So back over here, I know I'm kind of jumping around, but back over here where the motorcycles are, one of the reasons why I went with the 8-foot ceilings is that I'm actually going to have the bed come down from the ceiling and kind of be suspended from, you know, the ceiling and everything. I want it where whenever I want to go to sleep or kind of pull over for the night or whatever, I want to be able to sleep in here with the bike still in here secure. That way I'm not having to pull them in and out, worry about them getting stolen or anything. They're going to be in here, and I can sleep in here as well. So that's the main reason why I went with the 8-foot ceilings, is just for that, you know, peace of mind, I guess you could say. On the walls, I'm actually going to be taking this plywood off. I may be putting the plywood back on once I put the wiring in here and some insulation in here. But then again, I may just put some sheet metal over on top of just the studs, or I may put the plywood back on and put the sheet metal on top of that. I don't really know. That's kind of, some of the long-term plans. The axles, as you can see, are right there. And so I'm actually going to have this whole section to kind of build my, I guess you could say, the rest of the cargo trailer, as far as a shower, a toilet, some type of table with a sink and some kind of counter space, I guess you could say. And I'm still kind of playing with the ideas on how I'm going to heat and cool this thing. I know that a lot of people are putting mini splits in this, and I'm not saying I'm not going to put a mini split in here. I don't know yet. Most of the cargo trailers, they actually put your actual AC and heater right here in the ceiling. And I mean, that's going to be okay because of the actual height that I've got, But another plan of mine is to run solar panels. And so if I put solar panels on the top and I have air conditioner up there, it's going to kind of interfere with each other. And that's one of the reasons why I may be doing a mini split, or I may even just put a window unit in here. I know a lot of people put window units in here. I'm still, like I said, I'm still kind of early in the stages and everything, but I am wanting to kind of build a table here. And so if I build a table here and I have a mini split or even the window unit, I'm going to have enough room right there where it's not really going to interfere with anything. All right, so you may be wondering, what are some of the reasons why I decided to go with a cargo trailer? This idea kind of come about a year and a half ago, kind of about the same time that I was looking at the Suburban. And it was just one of those where I decided to try the Suburban route first because of, all your van lifers, you see all their videos and stuff like that. But the problem with it is, with my Suburban, I'm 6'1", 6'2", and having to crawl in and out of the Suburban, and it just kind of got old and just kind of one of those where I really felt cramped. I really couldn't stretch out my arms because I'd hit one side or the other. And so I kind of wanted something a little wider. And, I'd already kind of, like I said, I kind of been thinking about a cargo trailer before, but you never know till you try something. And I'm actually going to probably be using my Suburban to actually pull the cargo trailer for a little while. It's one of those where I've got to work on my dually and get it going. And so in the meantime, I do have the Suburban that is a lot newer than my truck that I can actually pull the actual cargo trailer and actually, get to these events and stuff like that and not have fears of breaking down like I would with my truck. Another reason why I wanted to go with a cargo trailer, mainly versus a toy hauler, is the cost. I paid right under $10,000 for this, and I'm sure that with everything I'm wanting to do, I'm thinking I'm going to be able to get out of here $5,000-10,000 extra dollars, where your toy haulers are actually going to be, $30,000, $40,000, $60,000, depending on how much you want to spend. And I feel like I can utilize the space in this cargo trailer a heck of a lot more than I can a toy hauler. With a toy hauler, you have that wall that divides the front half from the back half, and so you really only have the back half that you can put things in, where I've got 18.5 feet that I can do whatever I want to do. Let's just say that I decide, okay, I don't want to put a shower and toilet and everything in here. Hey, I can put more motorcycles in here and go to these events, and just throw an air mattress down and, go that route. Who knows? But I really think I'm going to enjoy this. Like I said, it's been something that I've been thinking about, and I just finally decided to pull the trigger, and I'm going to try to do what I can before TMMR, and what I can do, and what I can't, I'll try to get done before October when I go to Born Free. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. And y'all let me know your ideas. Let me know if you think I made a good choice. And give me some of your ideas. If you had this cargo trailer, what would you do? I may take you up on some of those ideas and, you know, try to incorporate it into mine. I've been looking at a lot of videos. That's kind of how I found out about the bed, is a video that I read or watched and started looking at it. And I'm like, dude, I like how they did that. I can do the same thing, pretty simple. And it cost him, I think he said $1,000 back 4 or 5 years ago to build his bed lift versus, you know, some of your production quality or production, you know, equipment for a bed lift that's like $2,500. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you did, give me a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. And until the next video, see ya.